Hey guys, and welcome back. The time is currently 9:30 in the morning, 10.5 hours before kick-off at St James's Park. It's fair to say I'm a bit excited for this game. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait for the match tonight. I went to bed at about 1 in the morning. I just woke up at 5. I couldn't sleep at all. It was a terrible night of sleep, but just excitement. It's like Christmas Day, to be honest. I never thought in a million years we would be in this area where Newcastle are playing for Champions League football. We take on Leicester City tonight in the final home match of the season, and because of the fact that Liverpool drew 1-1 at Aston Villa, it now means that as long as Newcastle do not lose the game, we are guaranteed Champions League football. We could even draw the game 0-0, 1-1, whatever. You are guaranteed Champions League football for the first time since 2003, as long as you don't lose the 19th for Leicester City, a team that will be going down to the Championship if you don't beat Newcastle tonight. Exciting times are ahead. But anyway guys, welcome back. I want to come out with this video today, tell you everything you need to know for the match tonight against Leicester, as well as my personal plans as well, because of the fact that this is such a big occasion. I'll be getting loads of videos done, so I just want to tell you what I'm personally doing in case you guys want to get involved. But if you're new around the channel, make sure you get down there, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content over the week. We're going to be getting content pumped out all week long because of how good of a time it is. And secondly, if you like it, make sure you get down there, smash the like button, and finally, let me know your score predictions down in the comment section. I'll tell you my personal thoughts in just a bit. Do I think we're going to at least draw against Leicester tonight? Yes, judging by this video and the fact I'm standing here this early. Yes, I do think we'll at least draw against Leicester, but we'll get through that in just a moment. But I just wanted to talk about the last time Newcastle in the Champions League. I was walking around St James's Park before. I walked past Bobby Robson's statue. That was the man that led Newcastle to the last Champions League back in 2003, where, I mean, we were all right, to be fair. Of course, I mean, we never got close to winning it, but we did get into the second group stage before going out to Inter Milan and Barcelona, so they were interesting times. And because of the pots now, it's actually quite likely that Newcastle would get those sort of teams. Being a pot 4 team, you'll be getting the likes of Real Madrid, even in pot 2, because of the fact they aren't going to win La Liga. So we've got all these different teams now. No matter what, Newcastle are going to have some good matches in the Champions League if we get there, and it's going to be an unbelievable time. So this one tonight is for Bobby Robson, for the man that has led us to those places once before. Rest in peace, and I'm sure he'll be loving it tonight. But I just think, of course, of us now, and so of us going into the game, actually, the only real change we'll have to make from the Brighton match was, of course, Joe Willock picking up an injury, so Eddie Anderson has to come in now for him. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, big occasion for the likes of Eddie Anderson. He's a 20-year-old lad, I believe, now coming into midfield. A player that was a striker last season, coming into midfield alongside Joe Linton. He's somebody I think can do it. It'll be a big occasion for him, be a big occasion for everyone. But he's got a lot of experienced players around him. He's got a lot of people there to support him. I think he'd be ready. He wouldn't be in this position if he wasn't ready. So I think he can do it. And I'm sure tonight, in front of those fans at St James's Park, War Flags actually before made an announcement that they're going to be having a surfer across the entire East Stand. So they've got lots of things planned for this last game. I mean, the fans are going to be there, the players are going to be there as well. They've been waiting for this all season long. Despite, I mean, the Arsenal Leeds game dropping off the 5 points there, we still got back on track against Brighton, completely destroying a team that is now guaranteed to be in the top 6 of the Premier League. We played them off the park, a top-class side that is an aggressive team. We didn't give them a sniff in that match, and it was unbelievable to watch because Brighton are a very good team. And tonight we take on a team that is in the polar opposite of the table, Leicester. Now, I watched them against Liverpool last week. They were rubbish. That was the game they needed to win. They had a game in hand against Liverpool. If they had got something from that match, then they could gain some momentum. They lost 3-0. Honestly, they could have lost 6 or 7. They were awful in that game. They had nothing at home. And you're thinking, well, if that's Liverpool's game in hand, what are they going to be doing when the pressure's now completely against them? They're in serious trouble, man. I think they could even win the last 2 matches and still go down because of the fact that Everton could beat Bournemouth at home. So, honestly, Leicester have had an unbelievable few years. Of course, winning the Premier League and FA Cup's incredible for any team to do, never mind a team that was playing League One football 10 years ago. But I think it's ran out for them now. I think they will go down now. They've got to be thinking of how they're going to get themselves back into the Premier League. But for us, though, we've got to do our job. We have to be professional. That's one important thing about the match now. We cannot afford to let the occasion get to us. None of this, we're going to pump these 6-7-0. We have to go out there and be professional, because if we don't, we'll switch off and we'll concede goals. I think the last time Newcastle kept the clean sheet was actually Manchester United at home, which was like 2 months ago now or something. I mean, we haven't kept a clean sheet in quite a long time, so it's a case that Newcastle probably are going to concede tonight. But thankfully for us, more or less all season long, we've been able to score so many goals. I think we've scored well over 60 goals, which is the third in the league. That's mental for Newcastle, by the way. We've scored so many goals, so again tonight I'm expected to do the same. But in terms of my personal plans anyway for the match tonight, so I've got 2 in particular. So at 3 PM I need to interview some lads inside Shearer's bar. So from that point onwards I'm going to be around the ground for the next 5 hours before kick-off, getting loads of videos done. So if you guys want to come along early, do an interview where you're not getting interrupted by loads of fans, feel free to do so. I'll be putting those into separate videos. And secondly, after the match, so just in front of the statues at the bottom, I'm going to stand out there after the game. That's where the fans are going to congregate after the match, of course, if we get something against Leicester. So I'll be just down there. If you want to get yourselves in the video, that'll be a straight away after the game video where all the fans are celebrating what an unbelievable achievement it would be. But we've still got to get there first. So those are the two plans I had in particular. I've got some more plans as well, which I'll tell you a bit more about during the week. But of course, we're playing Chelsea on Sunday, so we go down to London a little bit earlier. So I'll be getting some videos done down there. I just want to enjoy it before the season ends. It's going to be a bit weird next week with no more football on. But for Newcastle, we're going straight away again in July when we've got Rangers and then we've got America. So plenty of videos on the channel, plenty of matches to be attending even when it's the summer. And it's just going to be unbelievable. I just can't wait to see what this club is going to do next. I mean, expectations are completely blown out of proportion here. Nobody at the start of this season, actually, this is a fact for a year. I interviewed well over 100 fans at the start of the season about if Newcastle could get into top 6, top 4. Paul Gallant was the only person who said that Newcastle could get into the top 4. He was the only individual at the start of the season that actually said that Newcastle would get into the top 4. Nobody else did, because I didn't think it was realistic. For me, I actually said 9th to 12th at the start of the season. I didn't think we would do anything much. You know, I thought we'd just do the exact same as we did last season, just finish there again, and then the season afterwards we start to progress. I thought it'd be a lot slower than what it is now. I didn't expect us to shoot up. We got into the World Cup break third in the table, and then match week 37 we're still in third, but we haven't moved. We went down a little bit, went back up. I just can't believe it, you know. I can't quite get it in my mind. I couldn't comprehend that Newcastle actually being able to just stay in the top 4 for more or less the entire season. We've been there, we haven't left it. It's unbelievable for a club to be doing it this early from the takeover, but it's quite scary for the teams around the top 6 as well, because of the fact that Newcastle have been able to put a serious dent in it this early on. Just imagine what a couple of years of this football club and some real investment can actually do to the squad. Mental times, I can't believe it, but I'm going to enjoy myself today. I'm going to get plenty of videos done. Hope you guys get out there. If you get to the match tonight, enjoy the game. If you're not going to the game tonight, enjoy it wherever you're from, wherever you're watching. Just make sure you support the team and we'll get there. Before my score prediction tonight, I think Newcastle could win 4-1, 5-1. I really think we can. As I said before, I think the fight for Leicester's out of it. I think the first 10 minutes, as it's always been every game for Newcastle this season, will dictate how the game goes. Newcastle are an aggressive team for the get-go. They'll be pumped by the fans. They'll know deep in their minds that we'll want to get the goal straight away. And the thing with scoring a goal in this match is, when Newcastle, if we go 1-0 up, it's essentially going 2-0 up based on Champions League football. So the pressure's going to be off us straight away, and I think Newcastle would just play. And Leicester have not got much to deal with the exception of Barnes, Maddison. They haven't got much there. Vardy's had decent form the last few weeks, but again, I'm not expecting much from this team. I don't rate them at all. But it is important still that Newcastle can try and win the game tonight, because there is a difference between 3rd and 4th in the table, and that being, well, the end of season bonus. So Newcastle, if we finish 3rd above Manchester United, you would get paid an extra couple of £1 million, which doesn't sound like much when you got the PAF for your disposal, but under financial fair play, Newcastle would be allowed to spend more money if we finish 3rd instead of 4th. But still, personally for me, I'm not going to complain if we finish 4th. I mean, that is mental. But for me though, you do want to still try and get third. I think we've got 2 realistic games, 2 games we can win. So it's up to us, up to Newcastle to get out on that pitch to get the result in. And even this early on, I'm still seeing Newcastle. Is that Leicester fans there already this early? I mean, fair play. 9:30, even them excited for the match, but I think this is Leicester's last stand today. If they lose, they are down to the Championship. I don't see them surviving. They had to win both matches and it requires Everton to lose. I don't see it happening, to be honest. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure to let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see you all at the game today. However, mate, let's get on that pitch and let's get Champions League.